Right, war number 6, 1 versus 3, GT40 and JA, and the score ends up being 1-3. GT40 wins. TCN, they beat DSVG 3-7. DSVG has now matched GT40, GTN, New Nation, Salty, XK9, and D69. They have had by far the roughest schedule. The gap between their strength of schedule, which is first, and the second ranked strength of schedule is equal to the gap between the second ranked strength of schedule and the 12th ranked strength of schedule. So they have had by far the most brutal schedule so far, and they lose this one, but they are 2-4, so that says something about them. They're a very strong alliance. They are just getting absolutely pounded by matchmaking this season, and I feel for them. Okay, Salty, speaking of Salty, they come in number 4. They had a big jump last war from 7-4. They have a 6 death clear, which isn't great. It's definitely not it's not their best, but Matrix has an amazing clear, 2 deaths, and they take the win. We being LVT, my alliance, matched D69, and they continue their awesome season. They improved to 5-1, a 6 death clear, so we did get 1 more death off of them over their previous 4 war average. SSX, they have a tough war, 12 deaths, and they lose to SGA. SGA has not reported all their wars, but I have noticed they've had a few pretty good wins. So who knows how good they actually are this season. My guess is somewhere in the 15 range. If you're an SGA and you like these videos, or you just, I don't know, want to see how good this sheet thinks SGA actually is, comment in the comment section, let me know, and I will let you know what wars I'm missing. And if you report those, who knows, maybe SGA makes a big jump. I don't really know. But for Loki, another 5 death clear. So, they had a bunch of 4 deaths clears, and then, 5 deaths here. So they're clearing really well. And they're going to start matching some tough alliances, some legitimate top 10 alliances, and if they can clear with 5 against those alliances, they're going to shoot way up this chart. They're already, I think, top 3 in game. They're at 5-1 now, and then Noon, another good solid win, 5-6 against XK9. They're going to make some moves this week. GT40, TCN, JA, they all stay where they were after last war. D69 moves up 1, so they are now 4th. Their last 5 wars they've cleared with 6 or fewer deaths, so they're having an awesome season. And the thing is, GT40, TCN, and JA are kind of in their own tier on this sheet. It would take, D69 to continue to win and clear efficiently, and JA and TCN to have some rough wars or a loss for D69 to flirt with that top 3, at least in this sheet. And then Matrix, they move up 5. Speaking of tiers, they're kind of in a tier where everybody is clumped together and they get a solid win off of Salty with only 2 deaths, and that allows them to jump everybody because they were so close in points. For Loki stays the same despite the win. They're 5-1, and it's again just because of their strength of schedule. And then Noon, finally, they're in the top 10 where they belong. They're up 4 from 11th. They're 4-2, 9th in efficiency, 9th in strength of schedule. New Nation still is not getting points for margin of victory. They have a negative death differential because of their schedule so far and because of a couple tough wars. Once that flips, they're going to jump up even more. And then DSVG, they drop 3 spots again, and it's just because their schedule has been insane. And that is going to settle down for them because they won't be able to rematch the alliances they've matched for at least 8 wars, I believe. And, unfortunately, their war rating has dropped enough over the last several wars that they're going to, start matching some alliances that I think they're objectively stronger than. And as long as they can take care of business in those wars, then they should get their record back up to even pretty quickly, and they'll easily finish in Master, and they should definitely be an alliance to look out for as a top 10 finisher. All right, and then SSX, sorry about that little graphic error. Should be a hyphen after the X and before the 1, but regardless, they dropped from 7 to 10. They're 4-2, 15th in efficiency, 14th in strength of schedule. They've got 2 straight losses. And then 11 through 20 here, XK9, they dropped 2, but they are 5th in efficiency. They've just had a really tough schedule. Legion, they're up 1. They're 10th in efficiency, but 4th in strength of schedule, coming off of a really strong win. And then PBT, they're up 5 spots. So last war, they were 18th on this sheet. And so as you guys know, the data is reported. And, I am privy to that data, and I use that data for these rankings. Well, the data for War 1, for some reason, was flipped. They faced Paulo, and the score was 6-18, PBT 1. But in this sheet, for the first 5 wars, it was it was scored as 18-6 with a PBT loss. So anyway, we corrected that. Somebody reached out after watching one of these videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I was able to update everything retroactively, go back, make sure that all of the points that should have been awarded throughout that 5-war gap were corrected. And everything for the most part was the same, but it did affect some things. So obviously PBT jumps. They do jump past Sweet's Alliance, who despite the win drop 1, and that's the reason. They would have stayed the same. PYCB, they're down to MIBR, they're the same, and LVT with just a poor showing, another poor showing, dropped 2 spots, and I think 14th is still probably a little high for us. All right, and then CIRR, they're having a really good season. They're kind of having a GGIR type season. They have had some really strong clears. They have had, I think, at least 3, maybe 4 single death clears, which in this meta I think is pretty impressive. And they're going to climb. They're going to start matching strong alliances, and they're going to get a chance to prove themselves. So good luck to them. I hope that they continue their good season, as long as it's not against LVT, of course. And that is it for the video. Leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you in the next one.